All right, once you have your 10 by 11 inch rectangles cut, you're gonna lay them out with wrong sides facing up. Depending on your fabric selection, you may or may not have a direction in your pattern. And so you'll wanna look for that, and you wanna make sure that if there is a correct top and bottom, that you start from the top. We're gonna measure down from the top of the rectangle. So you're gonna set your seam gauge at 1.5 inches, and you're gonna measure from the top down, and you'll just mark. You could either do this with a pencil, a marking pencil, or you could just place a pin right there, but that's down from the top edge 1.5 inches, and I'm doing it right along the side. Okay, so my mark's over here on the side. That's the first step, and I'm doing it on the video with one piece, but you would end up doing the exact same thing to this piece as well. So 1.5 inches from the top, and then you will slide your seam gauge down to 5/8 of an inch. So if you're not familiar, you'll count the 1/8 of an inch measurements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5/8. And then we will lay this down even with that 1.5 inch mark from the top that we made. And now I'm going to draw a straight line from the end of my seam gauge to the edge of the fabric. So I'll have a straight line that's 5/8 of an inch in from the outer edge of the fabric. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Oops. To do it a little different. There we go. And again, I'm going to do this on both pieces at the top. So I'm not doing anything to the bottom of my fabric, just at the top, 1.5 inches down and a line 5/8 in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my shears and just make a little cut from the edge of my fabric right on that line to the end of the line. Okay, so I've just made a little cut. I would repeat that same step over here on the other piece of fabric, and now I'm going to head over to the iron. For this step, you're going to fold. Okay, here's where we just cut. We cut 5/8 of an inch in from the ends on the top. We measured down 1.5 inches, so we made that little cut. Now you're going to fold that in, even with the cut mark. So you're going to basically make a 5/8 of an inch fold, and you're going to then press it in place. And we'll do that to both sides of this piece. And then you'll do it to both sides of the other piece as well. So then when you are finished pressing it, and we're pressing it towards the wrong side, so we're pressing it toward the back. This will be the inside of the bag later. You're gonna have something that looks like that, okay? You do that to both pieces.